it's Bes with Music Direct, and here to show you some tips on how you can enjoy the all-new MasterDeck turntable from MoFi Electronics. When it's time to open up the turntable, you'll notice that everything comes unassembled. So the platter, the tone arm, the main base, the cabling, the power cords, they're all in their own separate compartments. Take a moment to check everything out and make sure that you have everything in stock. If for some reason something's missing, give us a call. We'll help you through that. Now that you've checked everything out, be sure to put the turntable on a level surface. Once you do that, the rest of the setup is pretty easy. When you see the platter for the first time, you're going to notice that it's being held together by a special strap and a series of screws. That's important because the platter itself weighs a lot. So you want to take your time taking it out of the box and then carefully hovering it over the main base of the turntable where the bearing assembly is located. Gently put it down and then remove the screws and take the strap off. The next step is to have the turntable tone arm out of the box. You'll notice that it's fully secured when it comes complete with a factory installed cartridge, and it's been aligned at the factory for you. You may even find that it's already set up for the tracking force. However, usually in situations like that, when I'm setting up a turntable for our customers, we strongly recommend that you use a stylus force gauge to get everything dialed in right. Once you take the tone arm out of the box, familiarize yourself with the tone arm base on the turntable. It's a large metal ring with a set screw located towards the back. That's going to be crucial because when you lower the tone arm onto the base for the first time, there's also a special ring that's on the tone arm itself to stop it at a specific point. That's going to be your setting for VTA. If the cartridge came with the turntable from the factory, chances are the stylus force tracking and the anti-skate have already been set for you. That part takes care of all the trouble. If, on the other hand, you're using the cartridge that you have put on there, be sure to make sure you have all the alignments taken care of, including tracking force and anti-skate as recommended in the instruction manual. If you need additional assistance, your tech support team can help you through that process. Critical to the process of enjoying this turntable is the need for VTA. And what is that? Vertical tracking angle. Well, that's the process where the needle has the proper rake angle, while at the same time, the arm is clearly parallel to the record surface. If those two criteria are met, 99.9% of the time, the turntable is ready to go. If, on the other hand, you receive it and the tone arm looks like it's a little too high or a little bit too low, use the special knurled base on the tone arm to adjust as needed. Sometimes the turntable will require some adjustments, including azimuth. Azimuth is the ability to see the needle from the front so that it looks like it's parallel to the record surface and that the needle is perpendicular to the surface. If it looks like it's a little bit off, you might want to check the VTA first before playing with the azimuth feature on the head shelf, which is loosened using a special Allen screw located at the collar of the head shelf. Now that you've all got the critical parts set up, now it's time to power up the turntable. Your turntable is going to come complete with a special 3-prong plug and collar that goes on the back of the turntable, followed by a power supply that comes with a 15-amp IEC power cord. Once those two items are plugged in together, the turntable will be off. But when you turn it on for the first time, you'll discover that the turntable goes through a very sophisticated calibration process to make sure that every time you spin the turntable out of the box, it'll spin at 33.3, 45 RPM, and 78 RPM. At this point, the turntable is pretty much ready to go. But if you need assistance on other parts of the turntable you're not familiar with, stop, give us a call, talk to our technical support team, and we'll walk you through the process.